Hey, it's the Belly here. We're out here on my front porch, and I'm going to give a quick demonstration video about 3 different types of bipods, a little bit of compare and contrast. The 3 types that I'm going to be comparing are the Atlas V8, the Harris, and the GripPod. Okay, let's get started. First up is the Atlas V8. What I do like about this one is that it comes in many different configurable styles. So this one has the 80M quick detach. What I do like about this mount is that does not require tools. So if I want to adjust it, all I have to do is push it in, and then it creates the clearance for me to turn the screw there. To mount it up is simple enough. Just attach it to a rail and close it down. Now, what you will notice is that each of the legs of this one move independently. So they can be at the 90 degree, 45, and then flat. And they can each be at different ones. To adjust the length of the legs, this is a piece of knurled aluminum. You pull that down and it unhinges it, and then it has preset points all the way out to that far. Another nice feature of this is that it has different feet. So these are the little spiky feet that I had a friend of mine make for me. They dig into everything. So even here on concrete, you can see that it sticks. Now you may be concerned that there's that wiggle in there, but that wiggle is actually a good thing, and here's the reason why. As you get down behind your gun and you load the bipod, this is one where you can actually tell that you've loaded the bipod. And all you're doing is trying to take up the slack in the system. You're not really trying to push or just taking the slack out of the system. Now, another reason I really enjoy this one is it pans and tilts. This little screw on the bottom here, you can undo the screw. Of course, now it doesn't want to play nice. Well, I can do it without it. But you can undo that screw and you can tilt it. You can tilt the gun, and you can also turn the gun. That's very helpful if you have to engage from target to target, or if you don't have the most stable of positions to get into, or if you're on an incline but you still want your rifle to be upright. So that's a neat little option of that. This is a pretty pricey piece of equipment. Costs, I think the street price on that is right around $275 to $300. Very nice, packed full of features, Gucci gear. So we'll go to the next type, the GripPod. This one is also Picatinny mounted, and it does so just by that little turn screw there. There is a front and a back, and there's a button that determines which is the front and the back. And then it secures just by screwing that thing down. So again, it does not require tools to put on the rifle. What I do like about this one is it's pretty lightweight. It's not really heavy. What I don't like about it is that it's pretty bulky. Now, it does have that nifty little feature it can collapse into the vertical, and if you want to, you can use it as a foregrip. And then with the push of a button, you've got a bipod. There's a little bit of play in there, so you can kind of tell whether or not you've taken up the slack. What I don't like is that it's not height adjustable. It's made out of plastic, so it has a tendency to be cheap feeling. Although they're fairly durable, this is almost a good option for folks. It does not pan or tilt with any. It does not have the specific ability to do that. The reason I bring this, I mentioned this one as a bipod is the Army issues this out. This is a piece that the Army has given to me, and but then didn't want back. And that kind of lets you know a lot about it as well. If the Army gives it to you, but they don't want it back. Okay. This gun, by the way, is the Mega 308 build. And the last type is the Harris Bipod. Now, this one is not toolless for the Picatinny attachment point. This is this specific piece of equipment is as issued by the government, by the Army, with the Knights Armament adapter. So it's a little bit taller. It's a 9 to higher, and it comes with rubber feet. So let me see if you can, and then see the rubber feet there. Now the rubber feet, don't really grip on hard concrete. They don't grip on hard surfaces that well, but they do grip on dirt pretty well. One of the neat things about this is, even though they rotate, even though they rotate, there's this little locking mechanism right here, right there, that locks it down so that they can't move. That's an added byproduct of the extension. Now, they do make ones with notched legs, and then to detract it, just hit the little button and it comes back. This one has two firm positions, the extended or deployed, and then the up. Now, when you shoot with this one, you do get a little bit of the recoil give that you do with the other two, but there's no indication. There's no indication that you're taking the slack out of the system. This bipod, this particular bipod, also does not pan or tilt. Harris does make bipods that tilt, and a company called Blackhawk equipment, they make a bipod like this. It's a little less expensive. That also does that. It's called their Sporter model. But those are the three big models of bipods that you would see. Let me get this off, and I'll put all three of them right next to each other. As always, I appreciate your comments. Please subscribe, tell your friends, like or dislike, thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, thank you very much.